You may notice by the background that I am in a completely different place. I'm back at my college, and I'm not going to disclose the county that's in, but basically, I've worked more time up in this college day than any other college day I've ever worked up in my life, and that's simply because this is the first day back after 4 months of torture for me, where I transformed into an entirely different type of person. Now, let me just describe the last couple of hours that have been happening in my day. So, pretty much, I went on the Google Ads platform and I've been struggling with setting up conversion tracking in a particular way for the last 4 hours, and I have lost all of my time and I've had barely any time to scramble my notes into my copies, and I have ended up getting pretty frustrated about the whole thing because they managed to make such a simple process so awkward and difficult, and none of the tutorials online helped me because there was something different about the account I had. It might have been the account goal or something, but anyway, I'm glad it's over now. I didn't really get it set up properly, but in the end I decided, conversions aren't really that important to track anyway, especially since we're getting emails from them. So basically, I have realised from all of that work that I just casually did the whole day, slipped through my fingers, that I have built up a habit of becoming an absolute machine in terms of work, and I'm not saying that lightly, it's just true. Sorry. I've been doing nothing but working and thinking about things all day. I've been doing nothing but I've changed myself into the type of person who does nothing but work, and therefore it's just easy for me now. And I'm not saying that in like a cocky way, because trust me, it wasn't fun to get to this point, but I'm okay with working long hours now. And the only thing that's stopping me from actually continuing to make cold calls is the fact that my heart rate is literally like weird. It stops beating multiple times a day. It just skips a bunch of beats, and it seems to be beating really slowly, at weird times, and it also beats really quickly at weird times as well, and it doesn't feel like it's really functioning that well. So I think that I've pretty much pushed myself to the limit in terms of stress, because I've had nothing but pure stress over the last few weeks. It has been nothing but pure horror and pain, again and again, every single day. Every day I wake up and I'm just like, oh, for flip's sake, this crap again. It's it was just necessary to become who I am now. It was just someone who does nothing but work. I had to stop myself from working yesterday, and as soon as I stopped, I realised, hold on, why am I going back into the Google Ads Manager again? Why am I going back to watching informational videos on how to get better at service delivery? Why am I doing all of this? It's like I have more trouble not working than working, and that might be an issue unto itself, especially considering that the health condition is not. Now I know the more I say that, the more likely it actually is to get bad, but it's just something I need to be aware of. I'm not going to push myself hard this week. I'm not going to make a bunch of cold calls because I'd rather live and be slightly weaker than die but know I was a strong hero. So I'll have to just be a bit weaker for a couple of weeks. There's still some toothpaste in my mouth. Thing is, basically I was waiting about 15 minutes outside the bathroom door because I thought that someone was in there, but it turns out the door was just having trouble budging open. Therefore I wasted 15 minutes, and had it not been for that issue and a bunch of other issues that occurred today, I would have been sleeping safely in bed by this point. But no, I'm still awake. I'm still recording this video, which is okay. I kind of enjoy recording these videos. They're the only pleasant aspect of my work. Well, it's completely pleasant, but something interesting happened today. I looked at my phone notifications for just for a second, and then I saw a summary of your progress yesterday in Google Ads. 32 clicks on your campaign, and something in my brain just clicked, and it just made me think, oh my gosh, I'm getting actual results. I have legs to stand on, and I felt so unbelievably happy in that moment. Like, I actually just felt amazing, felt incredible. Realised, sorry, I know it looks disgusting, but I've got to get it out. Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of it. What was I saying? I completely forgot. Yeah, I was so happy in that moment. Like, it wasn't just the happy, the jippity joy I experienced when I got someone on board with a sales call or something like that, or when I got a meeting booked after not having one booked in about 4 or 5 days. It wasn't that kind of happiness. It was like, oh yes, it's great. It was like genuine, like, purpose and meaning about life, and just it felt like felt so good. And a couple hours later, I checked my phone and I realized it wasn't my campaign. It was a campaign of the other person who was on the account I was supposed to be drafting a report up on. And I wasn't that disappointed because I had my expectations in check, and I consider myself to be a relatively mature person, and so I don't get overly excited about things, which might not turn out to be true. But anyway, I started running my father's campaigns today, and I do hope it goes well. The only thing I sort of can do now is hope. Just hope that the conversions go through, hope that more people inquire, hope it's properly targeted. It's targeted all across Ireland and the UK. So that's, yeah, hope it would just make my freaking year if that went well, because for one, it would realize I can do Google Ads. I can actually do that. That would be the best feeling of all, that I can do a campaign out for someone. I can just do it, and I know how to actually get it done. Like, I am the boss. But another effect would, of course, be I would have a result to show someone, and I know it's not HVAC. It's an educational thing, so I'm not going to disclose it in case you find out who I am or where I live. But it would really help me. Just people would then realize, okay, so you are confident in Google Ads, and I could say, yeah, of course I am. I did that campaign out without having any previous experience with the writing market. Crap. Just anyway, having any experience with that market, the educational market, and yet I knew how to target them anyway because I know how to make assumptions, because I'm just that kind of person, and they're going to be like, oh, very impressive. I'm going to trust you with my campaigns. Plus, you have no incentive to screw me over because it's on a performance basis.